Tennessee seniors Jake Hall and Bryce Lewis are in the twilight of their Tennessee career. They'll head into the NCAA regionals next week on a mission. You see, earlier this spring, many on the outside were doubting this team when they lost 2023 individual SEC champion Caleb Surratt to Live Golf. And the loss was no doubt a big loss. But all these two did was step up and lead the program to its first ever #1 seed in the NCAA tournament.
Even my buddies are like, hey, you guys are like, man, that's going to suck. You guys aren't going to be very good anymore. And I was like, well, I don't think that's true at all. Obviously, losing Caleb is a big part of the team. He's a great player. But I certainly think me and Jake realized that we needed to step up. And I certainly feel like I've found my game from the last few years. We've been working really, really, really hard. So it's certainly cool to see some of that work paying off right now.
I remember when me and Bryce both found out, we were in the car together, and we kind of just looked at each other and just said, like, man, we're really going to have to find another gear here. But like, that just goes, that's not just like a physical level. Like that goes with, you know, how you push your teammates and what you're kind of saying to them and everything. And not only, I think that did me and Bryce both, you know, find a way to turn that next gear, I think everybody on the team found a way to find that next gear. And it was really cool to see a lot of the younger guys, you know, grow up so quickly and kind of start doing a lot more of the right things. But like Bryce said, you know, we've still got a month left of this, and we're not going to hold up anything.
Jake from East Tennessee and Bryce from Middle Tennessee. These two have bonded a lot and become close friends during their time on Rocky Top.
We've gotten a lot closer. I mean, we lived together that freshman year, and then I think we lived in different places for 2 years after that. But the last 3 years, you know, being together, rimming together at almost every single tournament. And like he's just talked about, like the competitive part of how we are on this team. I mean, spending all that time together, like, it's really easy to get pretty close.
Jake's always asking to play 21 or play some tennis chipping, and it's always a tough challenge, but we push each other pretty hard. And we definitely had some pretty good games over the years, especially in junior golf too. I don't think we were quite as good as we are now. So it's cool to see us improve and have gotten so much better over the years.
Both Jake and Bryce have seen individual success during their time on Rocky Top, but it's the team wins that stand out for both. Especially one in the fall of 2022, when Tennessee overcame a deficit to win big.
The first one that comes to mind is it was the first tournament that like team win in the lineup, and it was the SEC Fall Preview Championship. It was just really cool. Kind of coming back in the last 9 holes to make it into match play. The first, you know, the top 2 teams would make it into match play, and we made it in there with Vanderbilt, and we ended up winning it.
And with each practice, each team meeting, each practice round at one of the local courses here in Knoxville, there are a lot of laughs for these two. But even the emotions hit on a morning breakfast run.
We walked in to breakfast this morning. Every Wednesday, there's a big old nice cinnamon roll. It's got my name on it and Jake's name on it. That was the last time we're going to enjoy that cinnamon roll. It was this morning, and a tear came down my face. Yeah, it kind of hit me because I'm not, you know, we're going to be living in Knoxville playing professionally, but, you know, we can't go to campus and, you know, eat and go to the trainers anymore. And some of the things we take for granted are going to go away, but hopefully be able to keep some of the things we've had going the last few years by living in Knoxville and getting to practice out here.
I think that, I mean, for me, it's been kind of hard to even really think about, like, not coming back at this point. You know, I've been here for so long that it just feels like I'm just going to keep on coming back. But just trying to stay focused on what we have in front of us at the time. But we are looking forward to the next chapter of our life, but it is going to be sad leaving this place and leaving these coaches that have showed us everything over the last 6 years.
Countless hours honing their craft, working on their game, everything, the mental side, the physical side. These two have been diligent in their preparation, their work ethic, but maybe, just maybe, it wasn't always that way.
For me, it's just been kind of like the hard work that surrounds what you're striving for. You know, kind of coming here and not really knowing what work looked like or any kind of time management at all. I think that just, you know, kind of learning who I am and what that looks like of trying to, you know, get to my end goal is who I've really figured out who I am.
Yeah, I'd say the same thing for me. I used to just only show up when practice was scheduled on the schedule. I never came out here on my own. And now I find myself out here every day, almost practicing and actually wanting to improve and get better. And it's just the kind of the culture that the coaches have built here of the competition. Like, we always compete against each other, and everybody, I feel like, especially this year, like, wants to truly get better. And I think that's why we've had some success as a team so far. And obviously we're not done, but yeah, just the hard work. But it's certainly nice to see myself grow up. I know Jake certainly has too, and he's pushed me a lot. Yeah, it's just kind of cool to see where we've come from. And we certainly did the bare minimum the first year we got here. And I think that's why we took our red shirt year. So it's been cool to see us grow for sure.
And these two will continue to grow. They'll continue to build. They have a bond, a belief that there's one last run for the NCAAs on Rocky Top.